Bandhi Singh's story, it's horrendous, really. It really just typifies and symbolises the issues with Indian justice. And I use the word justice quite loosely there because, of course, it is the old justice delayed, justice denied. Well, here it is working the other way. Of course, the Bandhi Singhs, these poor gentlemen, who have well and truly served their sentences and are now just languishing in jail. I mean, again, I use that word languish in jail. It immediately evokes thoughts of Amritpal Singh and Jagtar Singh Jal and many others, many of their colleagues in modern times who are languishing in jails. There's a common theme here, isn't there? It's just, if you happen to upset the BJP or the RSS or the Indian ruling elite, good luck to you, because you'll get sent to prison and you'll never be seen again. So again, it is very symbolic of what the problem is with India. And of course, the comparison there, and this is clever of the team behind this latest initiative to try and release the Bandhi Singhs, is of course bringing up, for example, the assassination of Rajiv Gandhi. Now, if I'm correct in remembering, I think Rajiv Gandhi was actually assassinated by a Tamil tiger, a Tamil, and of course, if he was let free, it highlights firstly. Well, the precedent is there, so why can't you do it with the Bandhi Singhs? But it also highlights actually the true reality of the situation. It's because these gentlemen are Sikhs. Now, if these gentlemen were, for example, policemen who were guilty of extrajudicial murders in the 1980s and 1990s, as many of them were, would they have been released by now? Yes, they probably would have been, because, of course, they are representative of the Indian state. But, heaven help you, God help you if you're a Sikh. And clearly, and the key word, again, that came up in that report, James, was at the discretion of the Indian government. Well, yeah, of course, the Indian government, as we highlight on a regular basis, for some reason, we talk about it regularly, does not like the Sikh community. It will do anything it can to try and bury the Sikh community. It wants to annihilate the Sikh community. It wants to annihilate Sikh culture. So, of course, these Bandhi Singhs, who were active in the 1980s and 1990s, acting primarily in self-defence. Let's not forget this. These were not militant terrorists. They were acting in self-defence against a government that was murdering their community, that was murdering young men in their community, that was taking young men, whose police force were taking young men out of their workplaces, their homes, disappearing them, and they were next heard of anonymously as a bunch of ashes in a crematorium, as Jaswant Singh Kalra actually managed to uncover, fortunately. We do know that potentially up to 100,000 or even more young Sikh men were murdered during that time. And of course, the Bandhi Singhs, many of which were acting in revenge, or not just in revenge, in self-defence to try and prevent this from happening. So again, the whole premise of the fact that they're in prison is questionable anyway.